Superstars, weather's getting warmer, gotta get the bike on the road, but what we'll do is you won't see me, I'm gonna walk you through the process. I'm putting it back together, right, so you'll just do the opposite to build it back up, and we'll do it in stages. Cut the video, and then hopefully, yeah, you only see the bits that you want to see. Trying to make it too long. Gonna need one of these beasts. Yeah, excuse all the mess and stuff. But yeah, the old Haynes manual. I mean, the reason why I use that is because, yeah, you don't need to download nothing. It's just there on paper, and it's, yeah, black and white. Perfect. Okay, get you to the page, show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna, show you a quick little peek. Let's see if it auto adjusts with the sun, because there is actually sun here today, which is like incredible. Okay, you probably can't see because of the way the light is actually, but you can see that regular. That's a regular for t-shirt right there. That's stopping rubbish falling back into the engine, so it's got that bit of cloth over there. We've got, yeah, we're basically gonna put all this back together today, superstars. I'm gonna show you how to put the injectors back in here and put the fuel rail back on to the to the throttle bodies, and that will be our first bit of the video. That's what you'll be seeing. Injectors in, throttle bodies back on, and yeah, there's not too many nuts and bolts that come off of it. It all just pretty much loosens, and then you press things back on. There'll be 4 bolts that come out of the throttle bodies for the injector, like fuel rail sort of thing. But I'll show you that. And the nightmare that it was to take that off. Had to drill them out because I think the the screws are made of chocolate or something. Ridiculous, but I'll show you. Okay, so here's the old Haynes manual for this, and how to change the injectors. There's where it's showing you where the screws are on the fuel rail. Depends, some of them are slightly different, but that's the popping off of the O-ring, disconnecting the fuel rail. That's a sort of, yeah, the pulley for the throttle. Oh, there we go, there's other bits of just how to unplug it, but if you look, this page tells you a little bit more just about disconnecting the different cables that you have to and stuff. That's exhaust. Yeah, just other little bits. Here's all just parts of the throttle, cables you need to disconnect to get to it. Yeah, it's all the stuff I will show you. Don't know if it'll be as clinical as this, but these little O-rings normally come off with the injectors and stuff, but yeah, this is the bit that's really gonna probably mean something to you. And that is us. Sorry that noise, it's just my dog busy drinking down there. Okay, so yeah, so you slacken those off, that's cool. Fuel rail looks slightly different. And mine, there we go. What other bits are there? That's how you put it back on. Showing a little bit of tubes, more cables to connect. And that is us. Okay, so what I'm doing here on the inlet to the engine, I'm putting a bit of, because I've cleaned it all up, right? I know you probably can't tell, but yeah. Just putting like multi-purpose grease, yeah. Just putting a tiny bit, people might start freaking out, but because, yeah, so I was popping the grease around here quick. Yeah, it's probably carcinogenic, I know I'm using my finger. And I know you're saying, yeah, it doesn't go on the outside, but hey, I'm just doing it. Juicing up the rubber, mate. You probably don't want to go, you don't want to go too deep in because you don't want the grease to go into the engine, but it's going to allow it to, it's going to allow the throttle bodies to just slip in because they're a to get out. Like I told you, lots of the screws and nuts and bolts stuff don't come out. See, these you just loosen off, right? But you need to take the side panels off. Okay, there's a bit of copper grease there, get rid of that. Yeah, so you need to take the side panels off to get to them. But I'll show you that. Then we have to tighten them up. Yeah, just put a bit of this. Go on the edges. These are just things like, you don't really have to do this, but I suppose if you care about your bike and stuff, these are the things that are going to make the difference, right? Just makes it last, these little bits last a bit longer and stuff. stop it from perishing, or not stop it from, but hopefully reduce the perishing of the rubber and stuff like that. Trust me, the previous dude who had this, he didn't look after this bike at all, and it's just like horrible. Yeah, you just see horrible bits on it, and that's just from terrible maintenance. That's all. You can tell when somebody cares, and most people and with their bikes and stuff care about them, so that's why, yeah, do these little bits extra, and that's what's going to make all the difference, right? Okay, so this is a bit that isn't explained very well on a lot of the videos and stuff. Okay, so what you'll also see, what you would have seen in the Haynes manual, is different ways to take the throttle body off, right, and do your injectors. Now, I was forced to do it one way, because these would not screw out. So they tell you can take the fuel rail off in the injectors this way, so you'll try and take that out, that out, that out, and that out, yeah? But the fuel rail's in the way, and not just that, yeah, I would like to know anybody who's done a standard, you know, a bone stock one of these, and actually managed to remove this without taking the heads off. I literally had to drill the heads out, and then, yeah, get the rest of the thread that was left in. I had to, you know, take that out with the pliers and stuff like that. So you could, yeah, loosen this off. Well, the way I did it, sorry, is I loosened these inlets off. Well, basically, yeah, loosened the way the throttle body, you know, the way the throttle bodies are fastened in. And yeah, I just muscled it off that way with all the fuel rail and everything still attached, including the injectors, obviously, and you know, undid all the clips and stuff, you know, all the wiring and that. But that was easier for me. Taking off the fuel rail was a nightmare. Like I said, I doubt anybody's going to be doing that whilst it's on the bike. I would just say remove this, it's easier. You have to take all the side panels off and stuff, but don't be nervous, it's actually pretty easy to do. I've taken this bike apart now, doing this, oh, sorry about that. Car starting, music. This is how we roll in the estate, gangsters. This is how we roll. Just watch out for those ops. So yeah, I'm just gonna let them do their little reversal thingy my bobby, so you guys can actually hear me, if you can even hear me now. But yeah, so it's there, 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 and there. Well, my friend hooked me up with some new bolts. So I think they're actually called T30s, because I don't even know what things are called. Yeah, but that's it. I think T30s, and I'm gonna whack a little bit of copper slip on the end, or copper grease, whatever you want to call it, whatever country you're from, and I'm going to bang them back in with that. But the bolts, I think, are titanium, and he hooked me up with those, so that was nice of him. And yeah, I'll probably going to rebuild it the same way that I took it off, so I'll show you. But this is just a bit to show if you can get this fuel rail off, then this is the way you would do it. So you would just literally take that and you would jam that back on. You can connect up things before. I would also connect up your throttle cables and stuff to the side here while it's a little bit loose, so you can get the maneuverability. And then yeah, then just muscle them on, and you'll know the right way, because obviously throttle cables are the side, they fit on that mechanism there, and yeah, there's a little ridge, and that just goes in. Make sure this is all clean, all nice and shiny, because you don't want to put rubbish back into the engine, because I think they don't work that well when stuff falls into them. Here's my little platter of injectors. We're going to do the same here, so you start. So we will put the all-purpose grease. You don't want to get them in there by the injector. I don't, like I say, I'm not a mechanic, but I doubt it's going to work well with grease in the engine. But yeah, we're just greasing all these up. Now, hopefully it just stops them from perishing. Well, reduces the likelihood of them perishing so soon. And they'll be going straight back in to the into the throttle body. Tiny bit around here. Hopefully you're getting to see this and it's focusing, because I can't watch the recording and well, I can, but okay, superstars. You don't need to see me do all of them, but one of each. I mean, I already took them off, right? And I did this on the inside, so that just slides off. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so put that on there quick, couple of seconds. Yeah, it's just these are the little touches that make things last longer, right? And if you care for your for the bike and stuff, this is what you need to do. I don't want to put an extreme zoom on it, because I want you guys to see what else is going on around. Okay, so like I say, yeah, like I said, that was labelled up as top, so it just comes around. See, I haven't fastened anything in yet to make this easier, and then you just pop, he says. I actually knew what I was doing. Yeah, so it's loop around, sorry, and then pop that little bit in the top. Yeah, it'd probably be easier if you had 2 people, but I don't have 2 people, so yeah, get that to hammer a little bit to clip in, and that'll get grip. And like I said, that one I labelled up as top, and this one is bottom, so it's in there, and then that just twists around. Now, I doused the inside here with grease and stuff. Put grease here, put grease on all these bits. I know grease is gonna like attract dirt and stuff, and it's a bit of a mission to clean, but hopefully the dirt will stick to the grease on the top, and the bits underneath stay, I don't know, in good condition. Okay, so then pop these on here. Leave all this stuff loose for now. Leave all these loose. Okay, we'll pop these, screw these in just a little bit so they don't fall out, and then we'll change our camera position to show you the rest. Yes, that's not going to go anywhere, but I know I need to revisit this. Okay, and we'll move the camera for you superstars. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to push the rest of this throttle body down, because I'm confident that we can get to everything. Make sure you just put these cables out the way, just to make it that little bit easier. Okay, so like I say, we greased up everything, everything's loose. Line them up. Okay, so I've got a tube in the way already, so put that. Okay, yeah, so I'm just having a little look around. Everything sort of lines up, and then we use a power grayscale and we push this down, superstars. Okay, oh, injector, stay there, stay there. My platter of injectors is getting blown around. So it's pushing this down. Give me a second. Like I say, you need to give it some juice. Some good juice. Nagasaki. Oh, mate. Like a glove, like a glove. Straight in, mate. Just how we like it, lad. Just how we like it. Okay, so it is the brown injectors on the bottom. So we've greased this up already. Okay, I've numbered mine. It doesn't really matter at this point. They've all been cleaned up and stuff, so I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but why not? For me, you know, don't worry about anyone else is saying, I was just wanting to know which injector sort of, you know, which ports were faulty or which side, just in case it indicated some other problem. Oh gosh, some old dude just scared some kids. Yeah, great. It's just how we roll here, superstars, it's how we roll. Okay, so there's that. I mean, you could just place these all in first, take them all off of the injectors, squish them all in. They sort of seat in there. Mine protrude ever so slightly. So there's that, boom. Do you know what I'm actually going to do? Yeah, I'm going to put all the O-rings in the bottom here first, and then I'm going to attach it to the frill rail and show you that more close up. Okay, so yep, I went and just took the O-rings for the top of the injectors in the end and just placed them in here. I'm just thinking for the video and how I want to show you, it'd just be easier. Yeah, so I just pop those in there. They're still lubed up. They look pretty clean. It's all still probably originals from the bike. And I will pop these into the fuel rail and show you that a little bit more close up. Because I could have put these injectors in, but you know, aiming it all up, my arm will be in the way of the camera and stuff, so I don't think it's going to work. So we will just bear with me, superstars. Okay, so this is your fuel rail. Now you need to bear in mind the way it's going to sit. If you've done what I've done and numbered everything, and you want to keep everything in number order and stuff like that, then you'll need to sort of visualize the way you're going to put it back on. Now it'll sit like this with the fuel inlet coming in here. You're going to put the grey injectors at the top and the, I don't know, brown injectors at the bottom. You could, I greased up the O-rings that are going to pop into there. You could have greased that up slightly before, but remember, you don't want to go too deep because then the fuel and grease is going to mix, and I don't think that's going to work very well with the bike, I can imagine. So yeah, so visualize, I am going to show you well, there we go. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to screw things on, and I'm going to chuck a bit of copper grease on, like, to show you how to prepare the bolts and stuff. So we'll get to that. Okay, so here we go. We have injector 1. Now, I knew I took it out of here, so I counted from 1 to 4 that way. You could do this, like I said, you could pop a tiny bit of grease around your O-rings here, or stick a little bit into that cylinder. But I'll just chuck a little bit around there. Show you the first one, and I'll show you at the end once I've popped them all on. Remember the way the injector is going to plug back in, so put it on the right way. It is not the end of the world, it will just twist around, but you can't really mess it up because the thing should fit into... Let's try and see if you can see that. There's like these little, I don't know, like divot, like little cutouts, and it sort of aims them up so the injector's not going to twist too much, as you can see. If we're getting that all on camera, yeah. Yes, that's that, and pop the rest in for you, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so put all the tops in, and then we do exact the same for the bottom set. We just flip this over, just to make it easier. Remember, we're going to try and keep everything out of these injectors. We don't want to let any debris go back into the engine. I've inspected all of those before, so they're all okay. The inlets to the fuel rails. Well, it looks like an inlet from here, but it's actually an outlet. And you can do like we said before, chuck a little bit of grease around those O-rings. And then, yeah, there's number 1. Remember, that's my number 1 side here, counted it the same way underneath. And the same thing, you can't really mess up the way you put these in, because yeah, they've got that little cutout there, and it sort of stops it from going anywhere, so yeah, can't really go that far wrong. Okay, so now we're gonna pop this fuel rail on. Okay, so like you say, we've put all our injectors in, we're all built, we make sure there's nothing there. Just a little bit of any debris in there, no, it's just a little bit of discoloration. So we aim these up, let's see how easy this is. Like I said, I did all this off the bike the last time. We'll see if it makes a difference. So I'm going to aim these up now, and then I will screw this stuff in a bit, and I'll show you how I prepare that. Okay, yeah, sweet. Went in easy enough. Okay, so make sure we got them all lined up. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, you'll know when you've got them fully seated. And this is the part where the fun will begin, because now I'll show you what a mission it is to get to these screws. I should be able to get to them, but we will find out. Okay, so one's going to go in here. One's going to go in there. How's it going? You alright? Alright. Yeah. Okay, gang, so I'm going to start with these bolts. I'm going to start on the okay, little dude bouncing on the trampoline, saying, okay, so what I'm going to do is, yeah, some people are going to freak out saying Loctite to it, but I want to take this out at some point. If a fuel rail comes off when you're riding, hey, it may be exciting. So pop a little bit of the old copper slip on the end there. I say a little bit, I've poured probably half the tube on. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Just put on the tip, it should screw all the way through. I'll probably lose half of it on the whilst trying to screw it in and line it up. Okay, I'm probably going to get my head in the way. This isn't going to end well. Okay. Let's see.
Hello.
How you doing, mate? How you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's something.
Oh wow, what is that?
I don't know.
What is it? Oh, dude, that's from a bicycle pump, mate.
I don't
That's from your bicycle pump, yeah?
know.
You used to pump the tyres up on your bicycle, yeah?
Whoa!
Wow, it's in pieces, huh?
Yeah, it's really not sharp.
It's not built properly. Busy fixing it up now. Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can try, but it's not on today. But I'll let you rev it next time when I've got it on. So how you doing? You okay? So your last couple of days of holiday, yeah?
Yeah.
You ready to go back to school?
I like to go to school.
You like school, yeah? That's good.
Ah!
Oh, okay. Yep.
Ah!
Yep.
What is that?
Beg your pardon? That is something that I use to put my camera on, or my phone.
On phone?
Yeah, I have my camera or my phone, either of them.
It's
That, what you're pointing at, is a holder for my actual camera.
oh yeah. I have some.
Yeah, got mates, haven't I? Okay, so there you go. Those two went in relatively easy. Couldn't feel much cross-threading going on. Yeah, the kids, yeah, they're rumbling, mate.
I would like big ball.
Beg your pardon? Yeah, that is a big ball, dude. Yeah.
Catch it on that.
Yeah, you can.
Look.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's all kicking off from the estate today.
What is that?
That, dude, is my petrol tank.
What is it?
Beg your pardon?
Yeah. What is it? Button?
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Tell me what?
Beg your pardon? What did you say? It's a petrol tank.
That
Yeah, it's for petrol. Yeah, it's for this. Yeah, for the top of the bike.
top.
Yeah, for the top. Okay, let's reline this back up because I screwed the stuff in. And things have started popping out. And I've got all these fans. Okay, so like I said, pop a little bit of copper slip on. Have to be very careful here because this is, yeah, titanium into alloy. Yeah, they don't mix nicely. So we just nip these up ever so slightly. No, dude. Don't put that in there. Don't put that in there, mate. Okay.
What is that?
That is an exhaust, dude.
What is into them?
What does it do?
Yeah.
It's just
I know.
just all the stuff. Yeah. When you,
That
yes.
it's some
exactly.
go out.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay, so that is that.
We don't finish.
Well, I'll finish later. They're really late.
Okay.
Okay. And there we go, guys. We nip all this up, and then that's that. I don't know if you got to hear me properly because I was chatting to that little guy. So these are the new bit. These are these I think T30s that I got given by my homie. Some titanium bolts. That's what I had in there originally, which you can see I drilled out. And I put a tiny bit of copper slip on the tip of them. Screwed them into the alloy. Okay, yeah, titanium is really strong. Into alloy you could strip it, but I didn't strip it because I used a little screwdriver and I did it hand tight. And yeah, even with the power of grayscale, I doubt you're going to strip it into the alloy. Let's see if you can see some of these bits that I've got to plug in now. I'll do this bit by bit. So as you can see, I left a bit of yellow tape onto everything that needed to be plugged back in. I would recommend doing this yourself because I didn't come back to it straight away. So you sort of forget where everything goes. Okay, so this back onto here. Get the click. Okay, so this goes in here. You can't really see properly, but there's a little connector. Can you even see where my hand is? No, let's try and show you. Yeah, we're doing this as a one-man band here, Superstars, so apologies we can't show you in detail because I gotta keep the hands free. Okay, so take that off there. There's like a little sensor actuator that I think opens the throttle body, I don't know. But yeah, just reach down and screw that in. Everything gets slightly harder when you've left it all off because everything gets a chance to flex and all the cables move slightly and everything doesn't go in exactly the same way. Well, not as easy as it did before. Okay, so this is one thing that I did mark up and I thought this was quite important. Okay, so we'll put this on in a sec too. But I put this on, see, for the throttle body because it is awfully close to the fuel filter, to the fuel pump one. So you'll see the fuel pump one sort of comes in from that angle if you ever get stuck on your bike, and the throttle body one's coming from, this side. So you'll see. It does seem quite short, and you would think that that would go to that, but it doesn't. It goes to this. So we'll take this off of here. It might actually be quite useful to keep that on there, to be honest. Don't really want to keep taking it apart, but yeah. Take that off of there. Okay, then you make sure I get this on the right way. You can't really get these things on most of the time. They make them idiot proof, so they only go on one way. Make sure it's all clean. Yeah. Boom. Okay, so that is you. So now we've screwed these in, these 4. We just need to attach the you just need to attach all the injectors, and then yeah, we are cooking on gas. I don't know if I showed this before, but I've just got to go back to it. Well, got to show you. Yeah, this gets hung on here. I moved it around a bit in the video, but obviously I took it off when I cleaned it. I just forgot, and that gets clipped back on. Remember, guys, the boots. Yeah, make sure the rubber boot's seated nicely, and then we're back on. He says, Nagasaki, the power down. That's us. Boom. Bang on the tank, and then we're all gravy. I'm doing this from further away. I know you prefer it closer, but actually it's a worse view. So these injectors sort of fall down, so you'll see them. They're a bit lower. Don't start panicking. You haven't lost them. So you'll just have to fiddle around for them. But they've, like, as you can see, I numbered my stuff up. Hopefully you're able to see this. And I was putting it back onto the corresponding ones. Corresponding injectors. So yeah, these ones here on this like sort of top taped up layer, these are for the top injectors. This is for the second set in there, or the lower. Same thing here too, you can't really put them on the wrong way, and you'll be able to notice because those little bits that keep the injector in place sort of scratch where where these go on, and there's the clip, and it clips on underneath, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Like I say, they make these clips idiot proof. If you press it enough and you hear the click, then that's that. Let me show you one of the top ones quick, and then yeah, we'll plug all that in and it'll see. There we go. One. That's simple, superstars. Oh, it's quietening up now. At least actually you can hear some birds busy making noises now. Sorry, got a bit hectic there for a sec there, legends. Let's find our other little one. Yeah, remember, all numbered up. All seem to be seated fine, everything clicked. Okay, what have we got next? So that's going to go to the fuel pump. Is everything out the way? Oh gosh. We shall find out. We shall. Try and make some space for things. Okay, so what have we got to do next? I can take off all these. Pop you back on the fuel pump quick. Show you that. Don't know what it is about these, but they are a nightmare to put on. We've got you all in shot, yes. Let's give you a bit of a zoom edge. Still see all the yellow tape everywhere. I'll actually remove that in a sec. So you press all this in. Just twist it around so those sort of tabs pop in, and then then it won't come back out. That's that. So I cleaned up all the fuel rail and everything and prepped it all. And this is going to go on the end of the... Oh no. Have I done it the wrong way? Yeah, underneath your fuel tank, it's at a right angle, so you'll just pop that in there. Some legend's busy scoping out my gear and he thinks he's going to drive off. Try it, mate. Try it, bruv. Okay, so here we go. So you tighten up all your throttle body cables. Just nip it up, it's only alloy. I like to break these kind of things. Okay, the little screw that you want to do, hopefully you can see it. The thing's going mental when I come in here with the screwdriver, but there it is there. Okay, those are the ones you want to tighten up. There's one on each side. Goes across 2 of the inlets to the engine. Tightens them both up at the same time. It will tightens them up in pairs. Okay, so you just need to tighten those back on, and then your throttle body is going to be fastened to the engine. Superstars, this is most definitely going to be a one take. I'm not going to keep messing with this one when I do this. This normally gives me a right pain in the butt. So I put the barrel back into the bottom of the tank. See there's a little barrel there, you can see my copper slip, you know how I like that. Okay, let's see if you can actually see this. Okay, we can just aiming things up, bear with me for a second. Get my some more cloths. Scratch the paint. Okay. Don't worry guys, don't panic. It's just to get these bits lined up. Let's see if you can see. Okay, cool. So we want you to see. Okay, so plug that into there. My legendary star. I forgot to peel the tape off. So I'm here like that. Okay, I'll pick that up in a sec. So taking this, oh, let's make sure we are the right way. It's taking this fuel pipe off. That's more of a problem than putting it on. I say that, and then it'll be the right mission. Okay, so there we go. So the reason why I've got this cloth in here too is just to forget any fuel spills. Try and mitigate the damage caused by them, if it causes anything, to be honest. Okay. You can't really see nicely. Getting some fuel seeping, but don't worry about it, don't panic. Some residual stuff. I wish you could see this a bit better. You should really wear glasses with this. Where's that? It's in. He says. Twist. Yeah, thought it was in there when I yanked on it. Realised it wasn't. Press it in. It's so hard to do when you're on your own. Yep. No, I haven't got the second one quite in, I don't think. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so when you pull on it, it doesn't come back up. Oh gosh, sorry guys, I did you a bit of a disservice there, you can't really see. But yeah, when you yank on it, it doesn't come out. You just make sure those little clips pop back in. So we've connected that up, connect these 2 breather hoses up. You can't really see that, I doubt. Let me move the camera for you. Yeah, I thought I'd just walk around with this because it'll be here all day. Okay, so pop that little tube on there. You're going to tighten up the little Allen bolts. There's 4 of them, 1 on each throttle body. This on here, this on there. Clip that sensor in, and then you should see a tube here, and that's going to go on there. And then we'll put our breather hoses back on, and that is us. Done and dusted.